I'm joined at IceFox by Ismail Vali, who is founder and CEO of YieldSec. Ismail, thanks very much for joining us. You've had a bit of a long trip. Where have you come from?
I've come from the US today, so it's quite a long trek, but very happy to be here. ICE is the biggest show in the gaming spectrum, and it's going to be very well attended this year, post the pandemic. We're really looking forward to meeting clients, new prospects. We'll see everybody here, from regulators right through to government, media, operators, and obviously suppliers as well.
What sort of topics will you be covering today?
I've kind of got a special subject of illegal gambling, so I cover everything to do with how illegal gambling threatens the legal ecosystem and how that affects our commerce and our communities. Illegal gambling is something that I see as the biggest existential threat to the industry going forward, and it's something that we need to get removed from our kind of regulated marketplaces to make sure that we have a future for regulated gaming and a future that supplies for our commerce and our communities onshore.
What are the main threats coming from the black market and the sort of illegal profiteering?
I think the first thing to focus on there is the phrase, the black market. Black market's a phrase that the crooks gave themselves to kind of cover up for the fact that they were involved in illicit activity. So black market kind of gives people the idea that there is another marketplace. There's only one marketplace in each jurisdiction. That's the legal marketplace. What we have right now is illegal operators entering that marketplace. So what we really have in each jurisdiction, whether it's the United Kingdom, France, Germany, any of the US states that have legalized, what you actually have is one marketplace, but two industries. One legal and licensed, and one illicit and criminal that are stealing money from them. So the biggest threat is that kind of, it's the vocabulary and nomenclature that means we don't really identify who's illegal and who's not. We see it much more as a revolving door that there's one industry here, but what are we doing with that industry? What we need to focus on is, if we want legal gaming to remain in the light, if we want it to supply for our commerce and communities, we need to make sure that that is seen as that's legal gambling and that's it. Everything else has to go.
What about the subject of AI? Is that something that you'll be touching on?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very good questions. AI is a big point. We built our system. So we basically built from a military tech stack. There was a counterinsurgency and anti-terrorist system. We use AI and machine learning to help find all of the illegal gambling opportunities. Everything that's on the internet, whether it's legal or illegal, we find it, we index it, archive it, and then we make sure we understand what it's doing, how it's moving money, and is it targeting that jurisdiction's customers in particular. Lots of sites can be available, for example, but what we're looking for is, are you targeting this particular jurisdiction, like the UK, for example, and are you looking to take money out of it illegally and harm the consumers in that marketplace?
So these are obviously subjects that you're very familiar with.
Hope so.
What are you hoping to learn, perhaps, from some of the other speakers?
The main thing I'm hoping to learn here is that I got to this setting up the platform and setting up the business from the point of view of nobody else was really solving the problem. And 5-6 years ago, I was talking about this a lot, coming to conferences like this, and everybody would book me and say, oh, it's great, Ismail talks about crime all the time, and it's wonderful. But I wasn't doing it for people, I wasn't doing it for the sound of my own voice, I was doing it to kind of say, there's a big problem here in the industry, and we need to try and fix this. The issue really is learning from other people to say what makes for a better, more elegant solution to ensure that those people who aren't licensed now get licensed, and those people in the future become part of the industry also. I'm not just here to kind of be down on sites that haven't licensed so far. We've got a lot of talk about kind of the grey market. In my view, having 2 law degrees from Oxford in my background, there is no such thing as a grey market. It's either black or white, and it's time for people to choose a side now in terms of where do you want to be in the future of gaming. Everything's moved online. We need to be sure that as an industry, as a legal industry, we are flying the flag for we can take care of our commerce and our communities, we can work holistically with regulators and government, and there's a great future for this business that supplies onshore jobs and supplies for our communities. So that's really the future I want to look for. And I'm sure there's many other people here who'll be talking similarly too.
And what about the expo floor? Hopefully you'll have a chance to go and have a look. What are you looking forward to seeing?
In new innovation. This industry's always been creative and innovative. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what there is on the exhibition floor.
And while you're in London, will you have an opportunity to do a bit of sightseeing?
A little bit. We'll say I'm from London anyway. I grew up here, so I'll be very happy to look around and see how much it's changed more than anything.
Ismail, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.